first it was King Pain and Andre. Now it was the two trans queens fighting. Like, the show just started and y'all already with the child. Let's get into the review. What's the business, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for another review of Chasing LA Season 1, Episode 2. So let's get right on into the shit. We pick up where we left off with boop, 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 boop. I'm sorry. She's still we pick up where we left off with that. They're still going back and forth. They're still arguing. You know, Missy Elliott and Akon just don't mix. They don't get along. They're already fighting already. And we're still trying to understand what the hell is the issue. Why y'all fighting? We don't get it. I know it's a lot of stuff that they cut out, but it's just crazy to me how they just up and just started so fast. I don't understand. But then after that, it moved on to the table where another argument was about to start erupting with Fran, Jayla, and Alicia. Now, I will say this, as far as Alicia is concerned, Alicia got a nasty attitude. She got a badass attitude, and I just wasn't feeling her at all for most of the episode. She got a fucked up attitude from what I see on camera. She got a fucked up attitude, but regardless of her having a fucked up attitude, Fran was very trans the fuck phobic, okay? If she's a trans woman, then refer to her as her correct pronouns. Don't say, you a man, you a man, you a man. Okay, if somebody came up to your ass and said, you're a fag, then you'll feel some type of way. Treat motherfuckers the way you want to be treated. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all on this show, but y'all are problematic as a motherfucker. And that's just real talk. Now, first we got Quan last week. He calling people dark and ugly. Y'all know I actually like Quan, and we're going to interview him on the Prelude next month, just to let y'all know. But you know, he said that shit last week. Although he apologized, but he still said it. He said that last week, and here you go insulting a trans woman and calling her a man, okay? Regardless of what she was born as before, that's not what she's living her life as. She is a woman, a trans woman. Refer to her as such. Don't be an asshole. And that's exactly what the fuck you were doing. Like, I'm just looking at her like, Fran, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean? And then I didn't understand why Jayla and Alicia were going back and forth. And I didn't even know that Jayla was trans. So that means, so she's not clockable at all. Point blank period. She's a beautiful trans woman. Let me just make that shit clear. But I didn't even understand what the fuck that back and forth was. I'm like, okay, is everybody, is these girls just fighting just to be fighting, just to say they had a fight scene on the show? Because, child, I'm just trying to understand. I'm really trying to understand, and I just don't fucking get it. What the fuck is y'all fighting for already? I'm just like Hershey right about now. We just met. Like, y'all just met. What the fuck y'all fighting for? So then King Pain comes to the studio to see Jayla. Okay, now, Kingpin, damn. King Pain says that he's in the industry. He manages people. Never knew him to be in the industry. The only thing I ever knew of the official King Pain was that he was a YouTuber just like I am. And I was always watching his shit. So I don't know nothing about him being in no industry. I think he got a couple of songs of his own. But I don't know nothing about him being in no industry. But that ain't nothing for me to take away from him. Because I'm just saying I don't know nothing about it. But he goes to see Jayla. Jayla was telling King Pain about her issue with Alicia, and I still don't know what the fuck her issue with Alicia is. Are y'all fighting over who's the queen? I don't get it. This shit is petty as fuck to me, honestly. Not only that, Jayla and King Pain was talking about Jeremy and D Hawkins. Apparently there's some chemistry going on with Jeremy and D Watkins, okay? Now, if I was D Watkins, I want to fuck with Jeremy too. I'm just putting it out there. I would too. This whole cast is pretty much beautiful at this point because Jeremy is fine. So if D Hawkins is getting a piece of that shit, more power to you, bitch. I don't blame you, bitch. Go ahead and get with them, bitch. I don't blame you, period, okay? At all. So Jayla, and then after that, Jayla and King Pain discussed what we thought we were going to see from the very beginning, and that's her music. And she wants to be the next Mariah Carey, Mary J. J. Blige, Beyonce, whatever else, all of the legends. She called all the icons and all the legends name. And I saw a couple of people in the comment section sitting up here giving her all this goddamn fever. And for what? She said she wants to be like them. She never said she could sing like them. And honestly, from the little bit that we heard from her, she actually can sing. She actually can sing. I can give her that. Because a lot of these girls that come on shows like Chasing, they up here talking about they can sing. Their asses can't fucking sing. And that's just real shit. But she actually got a voice on her, and I want to hear more of it. So then we get into Hershey Liqueur, okay? Now, as we already know, Hershey is a drag queen. As we already know, King Payne already made it for certain that motherfuckers that do drag don't get paid worth a damn. That's what King Payne said, okay? I ain't saying they don't get paid worth a damn. I'm just saying what he said. So don't quote me on that. But because of the pandemic and everything else, you know, they got to get it how they live. So they went and did a show out there on the grass. And Hershey was walking her ass off, okay? And one thing about Hershey, when it comes down to them goddamn green screen, Hershey gonna give you a different motherfucking look every time. On one green screen, Hershey might give you a little bit of Kelly Rowland. The next green screen, she might give you a little bit of Betty Bopp. The next scene, she gonna give you a little bit of Beyonce. On another scene, she gonna give you a little bit of Monica. On this scene, she might pop up with some Brandy Braid song singing I Wanna Be Down. You never know what you're gonna get with Hershey, but one thing about it, he's always on fucking point. So that's one thing I can appreciate about Hershey. And on top of that, Hershey has a very positive attitude, and Hershey is very fucking likable, and I'm loving what he brings. Now, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you click the like button, but also check out somebody else that's in the mix that does reviews and talks about this show. And the YouTuber's name is Get With Lou. The YouTube link will be at the bottom of the video, so check them out.
And guess who came through for Lou? Modeling, fashion design, interior design, and all things chocolate and fine. D. Hawkins is mine, as he discussed what you can discover and what you can expect to uncover about his life and career and this season of Chasing LA, my dear.
Order my steps in
You better.
okay. Lead me, guide me every way.
Now, after all of that, we're going to a pole dancing class that King Payne has set up to bring everybody together to basically do a do-over after what happened with their first meeting, okay? And now everybody discussed Andre's absence, and I think that Jayla is passing messages on Andre's behalf. Andre really ain't trying to be around King Payne. He don't want to be bothered with King Payne, and King Payne was like, listen, if she had something to say to me, all she had to do was come and say it to me. And to be honest, you know, like I said, I like Andre, and I also like the official King Payne. Of course, he was being messy as fuck at the beginning, and I had to give him the business just a little bit. Even though I like King Payne, you know what I mean? He was being messy, but at the same time, I get his point. With Andre, look, my nigga, like, if you want to say something to this man about whatever the fuck he did to offend you, then you just say something to him about that. Come to the event and just confront him about it head on. The same way you did when you was boop, 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 all that other shit. Do that again when you see him at the pole dancing class. I mean, that's just that on that. And another thing about the pole dancing class, Quan was working at pole, okay? And that's some shit I'd never do. So shout out to Quan for that, honey. And then Alicia versus everyone. Everybody was giving Alicia the business, and rightfully so. She came in that motherfucker with a badass attitude. And I'm just looking at her like, girl, why come? Why come? If you wasn't interested in trying to rebuild or interested in making amends or interested in doing anything with a positive mindset, why even come and rain on everybody else's parade? Why come? Like, I don't get people like that. Why even show your ass up there if you wasn't interested in trying to get to know anybody or interested in having a positive attitude? What's the fucking point? That's all I'm saying. Then Quan went off on her because she mentioned some shit about coke. And apparently Quan has a past with coke. And when he hears people speak about coke and people that does coke, it's a trigger for him because he went through that and it almost took his life. I saw, and you know, sometimes that Chasing Reality chat when the show come on can be very fucking not hypocritical, but very critical and very mean and very nasty. But at the same point in time, it's like, they were making fun of him for being a quote unquote cokehead or whatever. Like, if he's overcome that, then that's nothing to make fun of him about. And if that's a triggering point for him, then that's a triggering point for him. It's just like when I watch Basketball Wives and I see these girls bullying OG and treating her a certain type of way because she's who she is. It takes me back. It triggers me because that's the same shit I've endured as a child and as an adult when I've been pushed to the side for the way I look and for who I am as a person and the way my attitude or personality presents itself. I've been ostracized just for being who the fuck I am. So I get where Quan is coming from, but people can be so fucking judgmental, especially in their damn chat. Something, you know, just like how they do Chocolate Beauty. Like, I don't like that. And shout out to Chocolate Beauty. Be sure to subscribe to her channel. Then it's Jayla versus Alicia. Now, my thing about Jayla is, girl, why the fuck you keep bringing up the fact that Alicia is in her 40s? So the fuck what? You need to be, you ought to want to live to see 40. Goddamn, like, what the fuck? What's the big deal? Like, I'm 32. I'm not finna be sitting. Why? I mean, that's the first thing you motherfuckers do is go for the ages. Y'all want to age shame a motherfucker all the damn time, like in an argument. Okay, what the fuck is the point? Why the fuck you gotta keep on bringing up the fact that she's in her 40s? Okay, so the fuck what? Who cares? She don't look like she's in her 40s, so the fuck what? But I will say that Alicia has a stank ass attitude. It's hard to root for her, and I just don't know. I'm just gonna give her a chance. We're supposed to interview her as well on the prelude. I can tell you right now, we already have a lot of people from Chasing LA. This particular cast booked for interviews for May already, from the beginning all the way down to the end of May. We got maybe like 5 interviews already booked already. So, child, we're going to get into some things, okay? But just know that Alicia is one of them. I think she's one of the first people that we're interviewing. So I just want to get into some things with her and just understand why the hell her attitude was so stank. I just got to know. But with that being said, y'all, this is my review. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to share. I already said that. Be sure to follow me on all social media, which will be at the bottom. And I'm out of here, y'all. Until my next video, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.